Hello. So thank you for being here. We're going to be talking about the fascinating world of AI. So prepare yourself to discover how this technology is revolutionizing our world and how this technology is called to change society and shape society and why this technology affects us all. To start, I would like to ask you, are you ready to be the architects of like the future in the AI era? I want you to have this question in mind as we go deep inside this science. So let's recap and let's go to the 19th century where a group of workers, they were very much overwhelmed by all these industrial technologies. And I mean, they decided to destroy it. A little bit absurd, right? But this fear of technological investment is not new. So if you go back in time to the 16th century, only a century later, when the writing was invented, the print, it caused a lot of fear as well. And the 16th century, the religious leaders, they were afraid of this like devil invention, let's say, because they thought that it was a threat to status quo. And so their idea was to create a long list of books that you couldn't have or read or share because they feared that people would think by themselves. Right, I mean, an outrage, right? But that's what happened. Well, every little innovation and change and resistance brings this. But what we can also say is that this different tech revolutions brings progress and new opportunities. So nowadays, we face AI. There are a lot of people that are afraid to lose their jobs, or that AI is going to like slave us, or they're going to control our lives. But what if, let's say, what if I say to you that we are in front of one of the most amazing opportunities that our society has seen? What would you think? And now we're talking about history. Let me tell you a little secret. Now, AI, it's not like it was born out of ChatGPT. I mean, that's a myth. AI started in like the 50s when Alan Turing, this famous British mathematician, he is like the father of computing, right? He designed the Turing test, a process, a simple process, experimental, based on questions, answers that what looked for was try to determine if a machine was considered as intelligent or not, based on different interrogations, and they could distinguish if if it was a human or a machine. This was the test. So in 2016, there was this, in 1956, there was this Dartmouth conference, and this event was like the origin of the AI, like a very formal study. I'm sorry, I always I always forget about the slide thing.
when the IA became a formal field of study, something very interesting that happened in 1997, for instance, when Deep Blue, you might remember the IBM machine did win and defeated Gary Kasparov in chess, a chess game. Also, another important Jeopardy contest, it was in 2011. Watson from IBM also won that contest. And so this was a new thing about the complexities of natural language. In 2014, chatbot Eugene Guzman actually surpassed the Turing test. So what it did was it deceived or convinced a group of people that it was just a Ukrainian child of a 13-year-old Ukrainian child. But currently, the Turing test is not considered determining that the machine can be defined as a smart machine, intelligent machine or not. But within the IA field, this was a fantastic achievement. In 2016, DeepMind AlphaGo convinced one of the best Go players of the world. This is an ancestral game that is considered very highly complex game. And AlphaGo did defeat this player, applying high doses of strategy and creativity. Creativity, in fact, is a quality that up until then was thought of as a human skill exclusively. And in 2020, we get the GPT-3 with advanced skills to generate LM, and in 2022, ChatGPT just revolutionized the way we interact between humans and artificial intelligence. So we continue to be surprised here. Look at this timeline that I have here. The changes in the evolution of technology, as you can see, it's ever more accelerated. And so imagine this took us over 65 years for a chatbot such as Eugene overcome or just surpass the Turing test. And from then to here, it took us only a few years to actually have a ChatGPT. And for the advent of ChatGPTs, if you can see this technology, there is an AI model which works based on text in 2022. Mick George in version 2 and 3 using Midjourney. They could generate images that are so interesting, such as the one on the left, and you can see they're fun. And in 2024, just 2 years later, look at what it could generate in the 6th version. So Midjourney used the same prompt, using this without any extra commas or dots or anything else, is now able to generate images of that quality, as you can see on the right side. So, having reached this point, I think it's the opportune time to talk about the elephant in the room. Okay. When we think of AI, many of us think of super intelligent robots controlling everything, even annihilating mankind. But reality is that it is even more fascinating than apocalyptic. In fact, all of the AI that we currently have is the weak type, because it's technology that is very good. It's AI, but it's very good resolving specific tasks, very specific tasks, such as, for instance, recommend Netflix movies or Spotify, and to tell us the best route to, or using Google Maps to take you from point A to point B, or to look at TikTok little reels. So the general AI is capable of thinking as a human being, and the super intelligence that is able to surpass the intellectual abilities of the human being are still theoretical concepts on which we still have a lot of debate going on with regard to how long it will take us to develop them, or even if it's feasible to develop them at any point in time. So currently, it is a lot more probable for us to be annihilating ourselves in a nuclear conflict than actually developing a super intelligence, super AI. And so those who will say that machines are going to be dominating us in 5 years, just relax, take it easy, smile, and know that the reality is a lot more complex and more fascinating, in fact. Of course, don't make a mistake here. No, the some of it is all changing, all of the industries. For instance, look at some examples here in the area of health. We have Watson of IBM's Watson is the same one that won the Jeopardy contest, is helping make better diagnosis of illnesses and accelerating the proteins process to understand and to create better medicine. And in the area of finances, for instance, we have Kensho, Alibaba. They can forecast the stock markets and assess the credit risks, and so they are making things a lot more efficient than any human being could ever do. And now here we have another. The transport, Waymo, is working on autonomous cars to be able to reduce traffic accidents and to also to help improve the efficiency in transportation in general. Here we have Project Maven from the Defense Department, which is also working with drones to be able to improve military operations. This is only the iceberg tip because AI is touching all sorts of aspects of our societies and our lives. Okay, so I know that what you're thinking. Okay, so what does this mean? How is this impacting me? How is this affecting me? Am I going to be losing my job when I graduate? Will I be able to get a job when I graduate, or okay, so it's normal and it's okay to be afraid and to have these kind of questions and concerns. Yes, some jobs will be lost, but remember the Industrial Revolution, remember that? That did not end employment, it just transformed employment. It was just a different thing. So the key is in adapting. The key is in adapting and taking this as an opportunity to evolve. And of course, we need to understand that human evolution as such has been a long process and complex process as well. But it is also full of achievements and a lot of progress. So it is time to understand that our legacy as a species is intelligence, whether biological or artificial. And this is where you come in to the picture, talking about adaptation, opportunities. Some of you may wonder, well, so with all of this revolution, is it a good idea to study, to undertake a technology career? I have 5 reasons that are very convincing whereby I consider it's a good thing. But first of all, this is a constant innovation. The technology is fertile ground for creativity and innovation, for sure. There's always something new that comes up on the horizon, and you could be the ones who are bringing about the next innovation technology revolution. So Dr. Vaca was just mentioning part of this. And yes, when these technologies develop and are incorporated in different industries, the demand for professionals, for qualified and specialized professionals is greater and greater. And we're not just saying programmers. please be sure of that. We are talking about managers of technology, people specialized in AI ethics. Also, Rosa, we haven't created yet, that are not yet in existence, that are soon to be existing, and we have no idea. The positive impact, the technology can change lives. There are applications that can help people with disabilities, and also applications that can help us fight against climate change. So the potential of making this world a much better world thanks to technology, working on technology and in that field in general, is fantastic. Also continued learning. If you like to learn and study, well, technology is the perfect place for you, because there's always something new to learn, there's new ability, new skill to learn. And so you will always be current and challenged and motivated in intellectually. And finally, good job and good money, and so good pay. Let's not forget that professionals, technology professionals, are amongst the best paid professionals compared in all industries, and that's because of the high demand that there is for their knowledge and the value they contribute, what they contribute to the society in general, not just to the companies or businesses. And so now, I am not saying that everyone should be a programmer. I'm not saying that you all should be data scientists. That's not the idea, because the study and the development of AI in this particular area is absolutely multidisciplinary. So that means that it requires contributions from all the different fields. You need philosophers that will understand ethical explanations related to AI, to artists that will give it a human touch, or lawyers who will understand the legal aspects and the legal complexities of these technologies. And no matter what passion you have, let me tell you, there is a little space for you in this revolution of AI. You can all contribute to the AI. And now I go back to my initial question. Are you ready to be the architects of the future in the AI era? AI is our opportunity to resolve problems that are very complex, that will probably, we had no idea that were there or that they even existed. The artificial intelligence is our legacy to the future generations. And you, yes, you, each one of you here in this room has the opportunity to shape it right now and here. Don't let fear invade you and take over. Learn, take on the opportunities, take advantage of them, because the future that is coming is fascinating and brilliant, and you have all the tools to shape it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now we're going to go to our QA. We have a little present for those of you who would like to ask a question. Good morning. I have a question concerning your comment about whether we are ready or not to be part of this AI. No sound. Is it necessary to study computer science to be able to try to forecast what is coming? Or so how can we find out what is really coming up? how can you forecast? Well, as I was saying, the in artificial intelligence as such is not a concept or a study area that is exclusive of people who work in the technical area. It's not a concept or an exclusive area to program or data analytics. And no, this technology does impact everybody in this in society and all of our world. And also AI itself is a multidisciplinary study area that requires a lot of contributions. You're saying, does the university prepare us for this? The university prepares you in a way that you are not necessarily going to be, so you're not going to be ready to work with the very latest technology. The university will prepare you in a different way. So your ability to learn on your own, the discipline to contribute ideas, to, for instance, to acquire values, because technology is so changing that you cannot learn everything at university. So if you're interested in the technology, and if you want to work with artificial intelligence, when I was referring to the question, the big question that we have here in this presentation is, whether you are prepared or ready. It's not just the technical aspect, because we'll never be 100% technically prepared. Because I showed you the graph that was provided by Midjourney. Technology changes too fast, and you cannot be up to date to the minute, to the latest. It's more an attitude, whether or not you can feel that you can participate in this revolution that is going on right now, that is happening as we speak. Furthermore, we need to sit down and say, I want to be part of this change, that I want to contribute from my perspective. I want to contribute something to this technology and make this world a better place. Let's not leave this technology in the hands of the techs of Silicon Valley, because this is all for us and it's part of all of us, and we will all be impacted. So we all should get involved. One question. Okay. My question has to do with economy, finances. And so my question is, how can I prepare, or in what way should I, should be my direction if I'm in that area? As I was mentioning, artificial intelligence as such, at some point is going to hit us all. It does hit us all. Not just those of us who work with technology. Technology is a tool for everyone. So there will be obviously some areas of the industry that will be a lot more affected in the short or medium term or long term. But finally, we will all be hit by it. And all of us, from our point of view, from your area, your field of specialization, we should be preparing for this revolution that is happening as we speak. I was giving you already 2 examples in the area of finances. Remember, I just mentioned the stock market. That is a very interesting area, very complex. Very few people do understand how the markets function. Even for them, for those experts, which are a very reduced group, it's a very, very small group of individuals who understand. Even for them right now, it is very complicated to understand all of the variables, all the factors that can be affecting a transaction in the stock market. And so much of the data analytics and so that is done by AI. There is always someone there verifying all the data, of course, because AI is not just it's not an exact science. In fact, we have problems such as hallucinations, for instance. And it's not that what GPT chat is saying is that is true. No, those are some models of AI, but they manage probabilities and they play with these probabilities to give you it. The most probable answer to the question that we've asked. It's not necessarily the truth, but there needs to be always somebody behind that should verify the data, corroborate them, and compare, contrast, and decide whether the decision is valid or not. If we as professionals from our own specialty and area of expertise, we need to be prepared to not be afraid to incorporate these new tools in our work, daily work, because I'm not an expert in finance, but so I cannot tell you what tool in particular applies to your specialty area, but for sure there are tools that will help you be more efficient as a professional. But watch, you cannot do that blindly. Just be sure to check everything out and analyze and see if that information that is provided by those tools is really useful, truthful, or reliable. So I would say just prepare for that, to open up your mind to technology and not be afraid. That's what I wanted to make sure. Please don't be afraid of change. Just adapt and learn. Okay?